Hello everyone, D'Angelo here, and we are back to the D Smart Federation's channel. Now, I know it's been a good minute since I haven't posted anything again, and once again, I really thought I could fulfill on a certain something. I'm releasing a pay-per-view that was supposed to happen before 2024 began, but I didn't. And obviously, things take time, things can get busy, and so many other stuff really can happen. And I keep forgetting to get it prepped up. That's the main thing. But I want to finally get this addressed and put out of the way so I don't have to address it again. So, pretty much the plan is to get the press conference out there for DPW, D'Angelo's Pro Wrestling, and also get the pay per view out of the way, which is D'Angelo's Pro Wrestling's Unforgiven. So, with those two things in mind, I want to reveal something that I feel like I should do in the circumstance of this whole thing, and especially for how long I've been taking too much time on this whole thing. I think it's only fair that once I finish up with both the press conference and the pay per view itself, I feel like it's actually time to let DPW go. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why am I letting go D'Angelo's Pro Wrestling at a time like this? For one, I kind of been a little drained out by playing Wrestling Revolution 3D, as I've been playing it for like a good while, especially for like how many years? Like many years back and such. And like I try to do something unique and nice with it, but I for some reason get caught up with focusing on a lot of other video games and such, rather it be the WWE 2Ks or other wrestling games like Fire Pros or anything other than that. And even games that are not really wrestling related too. And in the circumstance of that, I mostly just end up forgetting about the fact that I still be doing Wrestling Revolution 3D stuff all the time. But aside from that, I just kind of, it just kind of be a little draining to get like all the well, then again, getting all the attire, setting up the entrances, setting up like everything else has been very complicated because I've been trying to come up with new ideas to make it stand out more with all that stuff and presentation, but I just can't get myself and can't convince myself to fill those things and all that. But yeah, and obviously with the new Wrestling Empire thing that's out there and the stuff that's going on there with the workshop, there's a good chance I might be focusing around that with the whole thing. But the thing that I'm thinking about that once I finish the press conference and the pay per view is that I will do a revamp or remaster or whatever you call it for D'Angelo's Pro Wrestling. But the thing is, it won't be called D'Angelo's Pro Wrestling anymore at this point. And I honestly should have been went to this route in the first place because I've been wanting to drop that name for a good minute and just do something new. But don't worry, the storylines that I had planned after Unforgiven, it will still focus on the same stuff that technically happened around D'Angelo's Pro Wrestling. And with that in mind, that's basically one of the things that I wanted to address is that I will focus on the series that will, take over D'Angelo's Pro Wrestling in a way. And I'll make sure that the stories are still focused around everything that surrounds that. So this thing ain't dead with the Matt Dickey game stuff. It ain't. Because obviously, I still got Booking Mayhem that's still on the works, and I'm still trying to get stuff figured out for that. Me and Dwayne are still getting things together and prepared for the purpose of that. Obviously, there's been delays left and right because I keep forgetting about certain stuff. And plus, I be doing YouTube on my main channel too, just to bring up other examples of things that I be doing. And like, yeah, that's pretty much the most part the big deal of what's going on in that degree. But the other thing that people are probably wondering by this point is, what about the other video games that I am expected to do in the future for this channel? So, for example, Fire Pro Wrestling World is one of the games I will be having set to do a series off of that, which is one of them. Another one that could be potentially happening is some new game that came out recently, and that is Casual Pro Wrestling. Maybe some ragdoll fun or something like that. I'll probably think about getting the game eventually. I'm not sure right now, but I'll figure it out when I get the chance. And recently, I did get Arcade Action Wrestling. I think that's what it's called. I forgot how it's named, but I got that game. I'm gonna do some fun stuff with that too, and do something unique with it because it feel like it's a pretty fun game by the looks of it. And I definitely remember seeing New Legacy doing their multiverse cartoon characters and yada yada in a tournament once. So I was like, yeah, I might want to do something similar in that fun variety like that. But yeah, there's a good amount of stuff that comes to mind. Obviously, I'm still hyped up for other games that are expected to come, like Ultra Pro Wrestling, the Wrestling Code, and whatever else comes by. WWE 2K24 is also expected soon as well, as I am recording this video. And we already know that the current date for the main game to come out will be March 8th. But in Deluxe or the 40 Years of WrestleMania edition, you could get it multiple days early and such. So obviously, I haven't forgotten about the WWE 2K games at all, as I still got a WWE 2K19 project that I got to get worked on eventually, and of course, it'll take some time for me to get to it right away, but it'll be something once I have it fully done for both the male and female sides of the stories, and I can't wait to get to that. Obviously, I got some bits and pieces recorded for it, but I need to get everything done eventually. So it'll be a lot of fun when I get to that. But that ain't the only WWE 2K thing that I have to mention, because I already gave some teases on February 1st, February 2nd, February 3rd, February 4th, February 5th. We're on February 6th now. And I think it's about time we turn things up a bit, you know? Ladies and gentlemen, TWL, WWE 2K23. And eventually, we'll furthermore be going to other WWE 2Ks along the way. And one thing's for sure, I think it's best you check out the trailer to get an idea of what to expect. Enjoy.